Hey, this is Brigid Schlegel, your Austin real estate agent. Today I'm here in Easton Park, the super well-known master plan community in Southeast Austin. And today I am touring a Brookfield Residential new construction home that happens to be a courtyard home. So what's super special about that is that I actually personally live here in Easton Park, and not only, but I also live in a courtyard home done by Brookfield Residential. So I have some boots on the ground experience in this neighborhood, in this style of new construction with a shared driveway. And I will tell you my firsthand experience of living in one of these new builds here in Easton Park, let alone just what it means to live in a courtyard type of property. Now it is raining, so if you see some drone shots or exterior shots, it is because I did those on a different day and I did not fly my drone out there in this miserable weather. Not only that, but in this video I'm also going to share with you what huge mistake that my husband and I nearly made when we were in the process of buying our first new construction home together. So just stay tuned and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, again, my name is Brigid Schlegel. I'm a realtor here in Austin, Texas. I work a lot with younger professionals and families, either relocating to the Austin area or moving around within the city. I also cover areas such as Georgetown, Liberty Hill, Bastrop, and Kyle. If you're interested in booking a call with me just to have a conversation about your situation and goals in real estate here in the Austin market, you can book a call with me down below. I look forward to speaking with you. Now, what's interesting about this particular builder, Brookfield Residential in Easton Park, is that they have a wide variety of types of property and price points and sizes that you can choose from. They've got the condos, which are in the upper 200s, lower 300s price range. And we're in the courtyard homes like this property today, which is slightly larger floor plans in the upper 3s to mid 400s price range. And then they also have the regular single family homes that you can do a custom build on all the way up there to the 500, 600 price range. Now, this particular property that I'm in here today on Hamadryas Drive, this one is the only currently move-in ready to go property that they have in their inventory. They do have a whole bunch more that's coming out later this summer and fall. If you are interested, I can get you a list of the full inventory as well. But right now, this is the only move-in ready home. What it means to be a courtyard home is that this house actually shares a driveway with 3 other neighbors. So we are on Hamadryas Drive as the address, but we're actually 2 houses deep. And I actually live in a courtyard home, like I mentioned, so I share a driveway with 3 other neighbors. However, these are single family homes. They're not considered condominiums. What we do have is an easement and a shared driveway that we are each equally responsible in maintaining. Now, this is a feature that when I was touring homes last year before we bought our Brookfield home, I was not convinced on this originally, but I was like, what the heck, I'll check out the house anyways. This is a new type of design that I haven't seen before, but we'll give it a shot. I wanted to see the house. I'm curious. I want to see every house. But we ended up absolutely loving the property. Now, I live in a Columbia floor plan farmhouse exterior. And what we did was, before we committed to anything, we actually took our cars and we practiced driving in through the driveway, parking in our individual driveway that backs up to the garage. And we're like, this is completely fine. There's no issue of space here. The actual shared part of the driveway is huge, and you'll see in my footage what I mean by that. You still have an individual driveway, but you just have a shared basically road to get to each individual home. Not only that, I feel like I got really lucky with my neighbors that we live right next to in that courtyard. If you're watching this, I promise I won't steal your trash cans anymore. But now that we've been here for almost a year, I can confidently say that the driveway has not been an issue once. Everybody's been respectful over, making sure that you're parking in the right places and not, getting in each other's way. Anyways, obviously I'm biased because this is a lifestyle that we can totally understand and we enjoy it a lot, but I can understand that it's not for everybody. If you are somebody who likes your peace and quiet, this is still a new construction neighborhood, so there's a lot of construction going on around us. That can be considered a downside, of course. Other times, maybe you prefer a backyard. These homes do have side yards. Some of them have a little bit larger yard than others, but it is a metal fenced backyard. It's not a wooden fenced backyard, so it is a little bit more open. Again, that's something that we're totally comfortable with, but if that's something that doesn't, fit your style, then you probably would be looking at one of the larger homes. But these are things that we decided were well worth compromising because we actually nearly fell into a big mistake when we were touring homes. Our lender had qualified us for homes that were twice this price range. And again, this particular type of courtyard home is typically in the lower 400s, but we were qualified for way higher of a price point. So we started looking at these houses that were 3,500 square feet, 4,000 square foot, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom, plus an office. These are really large homes, which right now it is just my husband and I. We don't have any kids yet. We will have kids eventually, but right now we don't. So when we were looking at these homes, they were absolutely beautiful, right? Gluttony. We were getting all excited about it, but then we started looking at the monthly payment, which would be higher than we've ever had a monthly payment before. And we started talking about maybe we should get roommates or rent out the rooms at certain times. And we were like basically trying to find a solution to make this monthly payment just not be as painful. Even though we could technically afford it, we were just uncomfortable with this price range that even though our lender said it was okay, we were not comfortable with it. We were just sitting in the car outside of one of the builders talking about this and realized, oh my God, this huge purchase of a new home that is, according to the lender, something that we qualify for, it just doesn't align with our long-term goals. We care a lot about real estate investing. We want to have rental properties. We have one rental currently back in Houston, but if we were to get this big, beautiful home with a high monthly payment, our money would be spread mostly to that new home that wouldn't be generating us any income. We might, be able to fill it with, roommates or rent out some of the rooms, but that doesn't fit our lifestyle goals. We just got married. We don't want to have roommates anymore. So we shifted gears. We said, okay, we just have to cut this price point in half. We don't need this huge home. There's no reason for it right now. Maybe in a long-term point of view, a bigger house might have more appreciation. That's completely true. But we wanted to use our money in other investments in the nearer future. So we cut the price point in half, started looking at Brookfield Residential, and within a week, we found the perfect home where we're still in and absolutely love it. Our monthly payment is something that we're proud of, that it is not something that is eating away at our finances and also allows us to invest, put more money towards the principal. We feel like we're a lot closer to our financial goals because of that move. Now that is all just a personal story. It has nothing to do with the actual builder. But I will say just on the builder aspect itself, Brookfield has done a fantastic job of being super responsive. Anytime we had any slight, literally any nitpicky slight repair request, paint touch-ups, especially after we moved in, they have been super quick and on top of it. There's a lot that they will do, especially in that first year, to help you out. And if you're interested in more of the warranty information, just reach out and I can share that with you as well. Also, side note, my husband said I looked like a pilgrim in this dress. I think it's cute. Let me know what you think. Easton Park as a neighborhood is just quite interesting. We have a lot of parks. Each different section of the neighborhood has its own park. The actual playgrounds for kids are really creative. They're not the typical plastic boring ones. They're actually very creative and fun. If I was a kid, I would just go crazy here. We've also got tons, miles and miles of trails. Truly, we have gone on hours-long bike rides before here. There's endless places to walk. And this neighborhood is not done growing. They are probably halfway through. When I moved in here, this whole section around us, including this house, was not built. It was just dirt. They are popping them out fast. Now, probably one thing that you should be considering is our distance from grocery stores, restaurants, downtowns. This is a suburb lifestyle. I Instacart everything for food. We are 10 to 15 minutes away from grocery stores or restaurants in South Austin, 20 minutes from downtown Austin and some of those hot spots. Now, this is something that, again, I'm completely fine at. I work entirely from home and I'm driving around for work anyways. I also came from Houston where traffic is way worse. So for me, a 20-minute drive to downtown is lovely. For some people, obviously, that is not the case. So if proximity to restaurants, walkability to your stores and shopping is important, I would definitely be recommending that you look elsewhere. But if Instacart and driving a little bit to go to some of the other hotspots is something that fits your lifestyle, then this neighborhood is worth taking a look at. A couple other notes, we've got an elementary school called Newton Collins. It rates a 7 out of 10 on greatschools.org. That is right in the center of the neighborhood. There will be an HEB by summer of 2027. Also, HOA for this particular courtyard home is about $76 per month. It goes up a little bit each year, so far from my experience, but still very manageable. HOA does not cover landscaping for this particular build, but you will be able to see there's a fence outside your front door here in this plan, and anything beyond that fence is considered HOA responsibility. Now, this home here is a Dickinson floor plan, Brookfield Residential 2025 build, brand new. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with the primary bedroom downstairs. Upstairs, you can find both other bedrooms, plus an extra space, either your loft, your movie room, your playroom, office, whatever you need it to be. These builders here in Easton Parks are offering some really great incentives still as well. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, please book a call below and we'll discuss it more in detail. I have some great relationships with these builders here in my local neighborhood, so I'd love to share that info with you as well. Thanks so much for watching. If this video was helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're curious about those builder incentives, please reach out. I look forward to speaking with you and helping you navigate these new construction options here in Easton Park.